For the past year, I've been building a space that's more than just tech reviews. Everything that I test goes back to you, the community that made this possible. This isn't all just about benchmarks and specs. It's about giving power back to the ones chasing their dreams. I'm 𝐬𝐮𝐫𝐞. Welcome to my channel. It's finally here, my first YouTube long-form content that I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for. I'm so sorry about the wait. I want to start this video off by saying thank you guys so much for all of your support. It's been a really crazy journey. Last year we had about 3,000 subscribers and now we're all the way up to like 50,000, which is absolutely insane. For everyone that's new here, I create short form tech content, and at the end of every video, whatever product it is that I'm reviewing, I give it back to one of you guys. It's kind of like my way of saying thank you to you guys for showing me so much support. For up and coming video ideas, we're actually going to do 5080, 5090 PC build, depending on what type of parts are available on the market at that time. And then the following video, we're going to take one of my spare bedrooms and we're going to transform it into like a gaming / content creator room. So keyboard, mouse, PC, desk, monitor, cameras, lights, whatever you would need to create content, we're going to put it in that room. And then at the end of the video, we're going to pack it all up and we're going to ship it out to one of you guys. So I'm very excited for that. And I'm going to head up there right now so I can show you guys the room. All right. So the first thing we need to do is that we need to come up with a list, right? We need desks, keyboards, mice, monitors, basically everything you guys think you need in order to become content creators. It could be in the comment section, in the Discord. It doesn't matter, whatever's easier for you, but we need that list. Second, I need to change the color of these walls. I'm thinking either like a light gray or maybe like a matte black finish. I'm not 100% sure yet. We're going to go over that in a second. I did create a 3D model of the room, so you guys kind of have like a bird's eye view of it to make it easier, you know, when we're like picking everything out. So I'm going to head down to my computer and we'll take it from there. All right, so these are the dimensions of the room. We have 2 windows right here. We have the entrance down there, and then we do have a closet space here. I just didn't add it because I want the main focus to be on these 2 walls right here. So right now the room has teal and dark gray walls. I don't really care for it. It feels outdated and it doesn't fit the setup I'm trying to build here. Over on this left wall, I want to add wood panel for texture, plus some built-in storage with lighting underneath. Now let's take a look at the wall color options. Here's the light gray. It's clean, simple, and keeps the room looking brighter. And here's the matte black. It's definitely darker and bolder, but with the right lighting, it should look really nice. To give you guys a better view, I'm going to take out this left bottom wall so you guys have an easier time viewing the changes I'm making. Alright, now let's talk about the flooring. Right now it's this tan rug and I just don't feel like it really fits for this setup. Rugs wear down fast and rolling the chair on them is just a pain. So here are some options I've been looking at. The first hardwood is this lighter color. It really opens up the room. The second option is this dark gray hardwood. It has definitely more of like a modern industrial look, which I think pairs really well with the black walls, but I think it's a little risky. And finally, a deep dark tone hardwood. This to me feels a little bit more premium and moodier. Out of these, I'm kind of leaning towards the darker hardwood. It's definitely durable and it's going to be way easier for me to move my chairs and lights around. For the desk, I've narrowed it down to either white or black. The white has a clean studio look, but the black ties in perfectly with the matte black walls, and it just makes the setup feel more cohesive. Oh, and one last big change, the room doesn't have any ceiling lights, like none at all, so I'll be installing recessed LEDs across the ceiling. That will give me full control over the brightness and the color, which is huge for filming. Honestly, the recessed lights are really going to transform this space, mostly because I can control each individual bulb separately, so that's super convenient. So that's the vision. We're going to ditch the teal and dark gray walls, add wood panels and storage, switch to black walls, upgrade the flooring to hardwood, and go with a black desk. Oh, and add the recessed lighting. So yeah, I think it's going to really come together well. I'm pretty excited, honestly. All right, now let's talk about products, starting with the chairs because comfort is probably the most important part. First up is the Herman Miller Embody. This is the chair you guys have seen me using in most of my videos. It's expensive, but honestly, the support and comfort are just next level. Alright, next, the Project Ariel from Razer. This one's crazy because it actually has heating and cooling built into the chair. Definitely a more futuristic take. And finally, the Secret Lab chair, which is the one I'm currently sitting in right now. It's been super reliable, really comfortable, and it's probably the most popular option for gamers. At the end of the day, your chair might be the most important piece in your whole setup because you can't game and edit for hours if you're uncomfortable. Okay, next up, desks. The first one is a classic IKEA Alex countertop desk. Super popular because it's simple and affordable, and you can customize it however you want. Then there's the Uplift desks by Desky. This one's a standing desk, really solid build quality, and it gives you more flexibility. And lastly, the Secret Lab Magnus Pro desk. This one's a beast with built-in cable management, a really sleek design, and it matches perfectly with their chairs. Honestly, I really like this desk. It's pretty cool, and I honestly think it would go really good in this room. Okay, now we can move on to keyboards. The first is the Wooting 60HE V2, which isn't out yet, but I can tell you the 60HE is definitely one of my favorite keyboards, mostly because of the analog switches. You get insane responsiveness and tons of different customizations. Then we've got the Apex Pro TKL from SteelSeries. This one's all about speed with adjustment actuations, and it's a huge favor for competitive players. And lastly, something a little bit different, the Gravistar Mercury V75 Light Transparent Black keyboard. This one's more of like a statement piece with a really futuristic design that really stands out. I personally like it, and I think if you're building like an aesthetic setup, that this keyboard's like absolutely perfect. All right, now let's talk about mice. The Razer Viper V3 Pro has to be probably my favorite mouse right now. It's realistically the only one I use. It's lightweight, fast, and it just checks all the boxes for me. And finally, the Final mouse, which has always been known for being ultra light and built for competitive gaming. Your keyboard and mouse is basically like extensions to you when you're gaming, so picking the right one definitely makes a huge difference. And last but not least, the cases. The first is the Lee & Lee 011 Vision. Clean glass design, tons of airflow, and honestly one of the best looking cases out on the market right now. But that's my opinion. Next is the Height Y70, which has been a fan favorite for a couple years now. It's bold, unique, and it definitely stands out. And I do find it a little bit interesting how they added the LCD display in there. I don't really feel like it's needed. I know you can buy it without it, but that's definitely what bumped the price of this case. And finally, the Asus ProArt case. This one's a little different, built more for creators, with a sleek professional look that balances performance and design. Those are my options on the list, and I'm curious to see what you guys come up with. That's probably going to sum this one up. If you're still watching till the end, I really appreciate it. Like I said, this is my first long form video, so I'm going to have to try to adapt. But in a week from now, I'll be making a follow-up video on the room building process. But the next time you see me, I'll probably be sitting right here building one of you guys a brand new PC. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.